I'm with Member of Parliament Bob Blackman, who has very forcefully come and supported the Article 370 move by the Indian government. Please tell me the reason for your support and what is the letter that you have written.
I've written to the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, making clear that the whole of Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India.
Yes.
So therefore, the internal affairs of India are a matter for India, not for interference by the United Kingdom or anyone else. Now, I strongly support the provision of removing Article 370 because what it does mean is that the whole of Jammu and Kashmir can then gain from the economic powerhouse that India has become. It can remove these archaic rules that discriminate against women and against people of different faiths. What we should have in Jammu and Kashmir is the opportunity for growth, for smart cities, for agriculture, for culture, for tourism, for new power projects, so that actually the whole of the state can actually grow exponentially, and we've got to remove the terrorism from the state completely. So those people that say, oh, we should implement United Nations resolutions, the first resolution is the Pakistani army that illegally occupy part of sovereign India in Jammu and Kashmir should leave the valley. So if they leave the valley, then the terrorists can be cleaned out and the security can be restored. I had the opportunity some 3 years ago to visit Jammu and Srinagar and saw at first hand the opportunities there are for tremendous job opportunities, for the economy to improve, and all that people ask for is for security. And that is quite right. And I think the other issue is that the government of India were elected with a strong mandate to actually make this happen. People should not be surprised that when a government is elected with a strong mandate, it does what it said it was going to do. So Narendra Modi enjoys my full support, obviously. I hope he will enjoy Boris Johnson's full support. And the people that seek to interfere in India should shut up and let the Indian government get on with the job.
Mr. Bob Blackman, has there been any response to your letter from Johnson's cabinet or Mr. Boris Johnson?
To be fair, obviously, I only wrote the letter and submitted it on Friday. I've got an acknowledgement of the letter being received, so that's good news. It has been received,
yes.
And Boris will no doubt be considering it over the coming days. This, of course, is in response, and we have had, and we should be fair on this, we've had a lot of lobbying by members of Parliament attacking the Indian government for what they've done, and so I want to make clear the true position to clarify it and make sure that the United Kingdom government adopts the true position, and that is building on our friendship with India and saying this is a matter for your internal security and your internal decision making. We're no longer a colonial power that can come in and tell people what to do. It's not our job and it's not our right to do that. It's up to India to get on with its sovereign affairs.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Bob Blackman. It is quite important that you send the letter because Mr. Bob Blackman is from Boris Johnson's team, if I may say. He does belong to the Brexit camp that it was. He campaigned with him very forcefully even then, and vouches for Brexit, and this is where the country is going forward, and one hopes that there is a response. He has got an acknowledgement to the letter, but one hopes for the response soon. Isn't it?
Indeed. We're looking forward to the response and making sure, you see, that the other thing that should also be bear in mind is the other Johnson, if you like, who of course is a member of the government, was in India for many years as a correspondent. So he can vouch to his brother to say, look, this is the fact of life, that India is making its own decisions, not for the United Kingdom government to interfere.
Really? What is the response that you would want, actually?
Well, obviously, I'd like him to agree completely with my letter. But I think most importantly is to send the signal out to and extend the hand of friendship to the Indian government. Obviously, Boris has only just been elected as Prime Minister, and I hope that he will visit India very soon to build on the strong relationship there is between the United Kingdom and India. In the same way as David Cameron and then Theresa May has cemented that relationship. so that Boris can build on it, because of course he was Foreign Secretary for a number of years. So the key here is making sure that we extend the hand of friendship and build that relationship properly and correctly.
Brilliant. Extend the hand of friendship and not only now cement, which has cemented the relationship, but build upon it. And a very, very important part of it is supporting and cooperating with the move that Indian government has taken on Article 370. Bob Blackman, Member of Parliament, gives his full support and hopes the same comes from the UK government as well. Lavina Tanton for India Today from London.